So welcome everybody. We are today on our sixth session, and we are doing the book Compassionate Objectivity. So we are on page 16. Just a quick reminder that these books are the words of Master Choa, and they have the power to influence us. And one suggestion to you is that, at the beginning of the session, do scan maybe your crown chakra, your spiritual cord, maybe scan your aura for, spiritual energy or any kind of energy that you need. And then at the end of the session, because, we are reading the words of Master Choa, and these words have power. So I would suggest to everybody, it's good to get validation, good to get confirmation, right? And this one is on character building, and Master has explained to us how important character building is. All right, page 16, we are on the first sutra. Generate one good thought a day about a person you do not like. Because you see, people you don't like, you will in any case be thinking, people you like, you will already be generating good thoughts about them. The issue is somebody you don't like. That takes an effort. So make the effort. That's what Master is saying. When you have love, you see people like children. They cannot help themselves, so you feel more compassion. So what will help you generate that one thought is to think that, nobody is perfect. We are all children. We are all evolving. So I also make mistakes. Anyway, this person has some lack of maturity, why this person behaved like that. It's okay. So that of course it will improve your relationship with that person, but more important, it will help you develop that ability, the ability to forgive, the ability to express or to have compassion. There's a very good teaching by Master Chua. Sometimes you have to give judgment on someone else. Like, somebody like, for example, I'm doing these sessions and I say, please give me feedback. Now, one thing is to be somewhat dishonest and say, no, everything is good, it's all right, all is fine, all is fine. But, if you want to do it honestly, then maybe there will be some areas of improvement. Now, one very practical and very good advice that Master Choa has given, I think in one of his talks, or maybe it will come in the book later. First, say 5 positive things before you say 2 or 3 negative things. Let me repeat. When you have to give judgment on somebody, when you are judging somebody, first express 5 is a suggestion. It can be more, it can be maybe 3 or 4, but sufficient number of good things, sufficient amount of appreciation and praise before you say, okay, this is where perhaps some improvement is possible. 2 things will happen. Number 1, your judgment will become balanced. You yourself will become balanced. Number 2, that person will become more receptive to what you're saying. Because if you start with the negativity, chances are that person will stop listening and will become defensive. Oh, no, that is not it. Maybe you haven't understood, and so on. Try it and see. I've tried it. I'm telling you from my personal experience, it makes a big difference. All right, Sutra number 2. When overactivated, the will may make a person judgmental and cruel. So, love, so we say we are beings of divine light, divine love, and divine power. And divine power, manifests as will, as the will aspect. Now, if the will becomes too strong, or in other words, if the love aspect is weaker than the will aspect, then the person tends to become very judgmental, always passing judgment on others, and especially negative judgment, and some amount of cruelty. Now, the cruelty may be intentional, may be unintentional, but to the other person, it will seem like cruelty. You may be just saying, oh no, but I'm just being honest. But, to the other person, it is coming across as cruelty, as injuriousness, right? And another aspect of this, just a reminder that Master has told us that you should not overdo the soul meditation. At least balance the energy of the soul, because the soul meditation tends to activate your will. So better balance it with the meditation on twin hearts, where your love aspect is being developed. Yes? Makes sense? Okay, let's move on. The difference between a dictator and a saint is the degree of development of the heart chakra. So master has this, has told us a few times that some of the great saints, for example, Saint Francis of Assisi, we do the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi as a part of the meditation on twin hearts. Or Valmiki ji, one of the great Indian sages. They were very, what should I say, willful or somewhat violent people before they became saints. Now, Master used to say that people with strong wills, if they will develop their love aspect, they will become great saints. If they will not, they will become dictators, right? Because they are always looking to impose their wills on other people. No balancing factor. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Sutra number 4, the last one on the page. If the heart chakra is not developed, the crown chakra cannot be developed. Now, this is a very, very important principle. Many things to talk about here. Number one, this is the principle behind our meditation on twin hearts. Correct? We first bless the earth from the heart, then from the crown, and then from both. So without, the opposite order is not suggested. You can't start with the crown, then go to the heart, and then do both. Correct? And you know the reason for that. Because unless the heart is activated, it is very hard. What Master is saying here, very difficult to activate the crown chakra. If you remember, in the basic pranic healing book, I think also in the advanced pranic healing, where the images of the chakras are shown. If you don't remember, take a look in your books. You will find that the heart chakra has 12 petals, correct? So those 12 petals are reflected in the core of the crown chakra. The crown chakra has two areas, you can say. There is the inner part, and then there is the outer part. The inner part has the same 12 petals as in the heart chakra. So it's like a reflection of the heart chakra. And then there are the 960 outer petals. If you don't remember, take a look at it in the book, in Master's book. Yeah. And you see another aspect of this. Another aspect of this is that if you cannot love people around you, which is the heart chakra, how can you have universal love? If you cannot feel oneness, love, compassion, affection for people around you, how will you do it for the entire world? So then if you are doing this, it will be slightly fake. If you profess love for the whole world, but you are cruel to your own family members or unkind to your own family members or do not love your own family, this is it's not a healthy sign. In an old Hindi film, there was a song, संसार से भागे फिरते हो भगवान को तुम क्या पाओगे. I mean, some of you may not understand Hindi, but essentially saying this, that if you can't love the world, love people around you, how are you going to, how are you going to love God? So there is a question. I did not understand the second sutra. Maybe we'll come to it at the end of the session. Yeah, can we just move on? So on the next page, dirty food may dirty your body, but dirty words dirty your soul. Let's read the next one also. Remember, your soul has to get dirty to throw mud. I guess you would kind of get it. Of course, here we are not talking about the higher soul. When Master says soul, he's not talking about the higher soul. He's talking about the incarnated soul. Yeah. And we have talked about this earlier, that the spiritual cord it will shrink. Why? Because the higher soul doesn't want to get contaminated. The incarnated soul is indulging, or through the bodies is indulging in something that is unwholesome, impure. The higher soul does not tolerate it. It shrinks the connection. It makes the connection smaller. It says, well, you better keep away. I don't want to get contaminated. So again, it's a reminder to follow the virtues. Yes. Okay, let's come to sutra number 3. Oh, this is a beautiful sutra. Think twice before you open your mouth. Words are like bullets. They are loaded with emotional gunpowder. Kya baat hai? This is like $1 million saying, because many times we regret what comes out of our mouth. It has gone and hit. That bullet has gone. That gunpowder has exploded, and then we say, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that." So Master says, better think twice. What comes out of your mind and your mouth is more important than what goes in. You see, in many systems, what happens is that people are very focused on what they are consuming. No, 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 this is tamasic food, you should not eat it. This is rajasic food, you should not eat it. Why? Because, at the back of the mind is they have this principle that you become what you eat. जैसे अन्न वैसा मन, you know, so जैसा अन्न वैसा तन. Like what you eat is your body, that is understandable. But like what you eat is your mind, that is what Master is saying, that not necessary. You see, we have intelligence, we have will. We are not machines, we are not robots, we are not animals. We are not guided by instinct. We have independent will. So I may eat very contaminated or ethically dirty food, but I can still exercise self-control. So Master is saying what we need to watch more is what comes out of the mind and the mouth rather than what goes in. Because what is coming in, we have the ability to filter it, to, the word transmute. So we have the ability to transmute it, to convert it to something higher. I hope you are understanding this, because to me this is like $1 million saying. All right, let's move on. What you say must be kind. Loving kindness in words is like watering the flowers. If you say the right words, they have nurturing effect. First, master verbal non-violence, then master non-violence of thought. Let's read the next one also. Loving kindness in action is being helpful. So here Master is essentially giving us an overview of loving kindness in action, in words and in thoughts. So he says, how do you be loving kind? I mean, how do you show loving kindness in action? By being helpful to other people, by helping other people. When somebody is in difficulty, you say, okay, I'll try to help. And then how do you practice loving kindness in words? What you say must be kind. And this is something that Master has really talked about. I remember one of the videos. Did I tell you that every full moon, I think either the Institute of Inner Studies or the World Pranic Healing, they put out a video of Master Choa on globalpranichealing.com. I suggest you must watch it. It's Master speaking directly. So in one of them, I remember he talks about this example where some child is playing the piano and the other person makes fun of the child. Hey, what is this? You don't know how to play. Now, according to Master Choa, that child has been crippled, not physically, but mentally or emotionally. Because the child was made fun of, because the child was ridiculed. Instead, if the person will have this thought, it's okay for a child, it's still learning, it's okay. I can't compare this child with a grandmaster or, with a master of piano. So better to give some nurturing words. You say, yes, nice. I'm glad that you are taking this up. I'm sure you will get better at it. Or, something like that. And I will tell you this, I am personal proof of trying to follow this and getting better at it. I cannot say that I'm very good at it, but not sort of being blunt about negative feedback to other people, but appreciating them, trying to say something kind and nurturing to them, and then also, if they are interested, telling them where they can improve. Yeah, that has been my effect. थोड़ा सा हिंदी में भी. Okay, why don't you tell me? Okay, shall we end the session because the time is gone? Let's end the session and then we can come back to what we discussed. So may I request, please put your hands together. Lord, thank you. Master Chiva, thank you. All the great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, devas, mahadevas, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.